Hello. Welcome to part number 2 of our podcast. We promised you a special guest. She's here, a parent of students of comprehensive school and a teacher of foreign languages, Guljan Rafailna. We have returned, Sabina and Arjan, with you. We promised you podcast in foreign languages. It will be, of course. So, are you ready? Let's go. Guljan, good day. How are you?
Hello, guten Tag, fine.
Wow, excellent German. So, how do you feel today?
Fine. Today is fine, nice day.
Yeah. So, and we very glad to see you now, and we can start. So, today our topic about development of inclusive education in Kazakhstan, and and we prepare some questions for you. The first, explain what this means from parents' point of view. I mean, inclusive education from parents. What do you know about it?
I think inclusive education is education in which all children, regardless of their physical or mental, intellectual and other characteristics, are included in the general education system. The term itself has a Latin origin. Include,
Wow.
I conclude, or I include. So, within the framework of inclusive education, it is not the child who has to adapt to the learning process. On the contrary, the nature and pace of learning are adjusted to the needs of the child. So,
Very good. So, and the second one, do you know what training options there are for inclusive education? Maybe some methods?
Okay. So, other educational options are also used for children with disabilities. First, homeschooling. Second, distance education. Also, special schools and boarding schools. And, my opinion, correctional classes of secondary schools.
Okay, and Guljan, we promised ours in German language. Maybe you can translate.
Ja, ich kann. Guten Tag. Für Kinder mit Behinderung gelten auch andere Unterrichtsmöglichkeiten. So, es besteht aus Heimtraining, Fernunterricht, Sonderschulen und Internate und Korrekturklassen von allgemeinbildenden Schulen.
So, and you said about distance learning, and how do you think about this? Because it is a very popular method after COVID, after pandemic moments, and maybe you can say about.
I agree with you.
Okay, and so you're ready for the third question?
So, I think that distance education give for our children great capabilities.
Yeah, and
especially for sick children. And also for inclusive education is great capability for our children.
And we can use some new modern technologies for as future teachers.
Yes, I agree. It's a great capability for our teachers for future, and our teachers can teach at home,
Mm-hmm.
and also our children, if have questions
Yeah,
for
excellent
our
way.
teacher,
Okay.
they can ask to teacher. So
Wow. Yeah, excellent way. So let's continue. Thank you, Guzhan. Sabina and I discussed the development of inclusive education in our country, I mean Kazakhstan, yeah. At the last podcast, the number one. So, what do you think about this? I mean, development of inclusive education in our country.
okay, our country, Kazakhstan, has a lot of problems
Yeah.
related to the introduction of inclusive education. Are you agree with me?
Yeah, and we provide statistics.
Yes. So, for example, this include first lack of specially trained teaching staff. It's a great problem.
Mm-hmm.
Second, insufficient material and technical equipment of educational institutions.
Yeah, it is very, very good problem.
Also, physical access barrier with children.
Mm-hmm.
And misunderstanding on the part of society. And also, this is confirmed by the Ministry of Education and Science of the Republic of Kazakhstan. I think we should solve this problem together.
Wow. Like motivation for us. We are very interested to learn something from you. At how are children with special needs learn in school? First of all, thank you in advance for answer. And as future teachers, I mean Sabina and I, we need very much information from you.
Okay, thank you. Individual methods of information assimilation are used. That is, the student receives the same education as his classmates,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, special methods to help to master them. The standard is the basis for the development of all curricula, textbooks, also educational and methodological complexes, criteria for assessing the educational achievements of students. I think including for students with special educational needs, uniform requirements for material, technical, information and communication support of the educational process of educational organization. I think so.
You said about technical information, material, communication support of educational process, of educational organizations. It is a good way for develop and our country, and I think we can support them. So, Gjan, and what funds do you know? Maybe projects in our country for development of inclusive education. I mean, maybe some meetings and so on.
So we have some funds in Kazakhstan. For example, Asılmura. It's a fund for inclusive children, for our children. And children with special needs should get the necessary access to quality inclusive education.
Yeah, wow.
Yes. and we should help our children. We should teach our children, especially who have inclusive education. So
very good. Yeah, we agree for you. And maybe you can say something in German.
ja.
Because we promise our listener.
Ich habe zum Beispiel über die Bolashak Stiftung gelesen.
Bolashak
Stiftung, ja. Die seit 2015 das Projekt Jedes Kind ist schulwürdig implementiert, das auf die Entwicklung und Umsetzung eines inklusiven Modells für die Bildung von Kindern mit Autismus und anderen Entwicklungsmerkmalen in Schul- und Vorschulorganisationen in Kasachstan abzielt.
Inclusive, like inclusive.
Ja.
Yeah.
In Deutschland ist eine große Organisation für inclusive children, inclusive Kinder. So wollen die Organisatoren das Recht jedes Kindes mit besonderen Bedürfnissen auf eine qualitativ hochwertige Bildung, erfolgreiche Sozialisierung und also in Zukunft auf ein erfülltes Leben verteidigen. So, Kind, in dem es sich entwickeln, arbeiten und für die Gesellschaft nützlich sein kann. Ich danke our Gesellschaft, our Minister of Education. We will arbeiten immer für diese Probleme.
And I listen from you some interesting. Maybe in English we can say organization. In German, Organisation.
Yeah. Organisation.
So, Jean, please, on English.
Okay. For example, I read about the Bolashak Corporate Foundation, which has been implementing the project Every Child Observes School since 2015. The project Every Child Deserves School since 2015, aimed at developing and implementing inclusive model of education for children with autism and other developmental disabilities in school and preschool organization in Kazakhstan. So, thus, the organizers intend to defend the right of every child with special needs to quality education. Are you agree with me?
Yeah.
Successful socialization and in the future to a full life where he can develop, work and be useful to society. We need to help our children.
Every child with special needs to quality education, to need education.
Yes.
Yeah. So, thank you, Guljan.
Yeah.
The purpose of such project. Tell us your point of view, please.
My point is socialization of children, a creator or teacher and teaching assistant work in the team with children.
Work in team,
The curator draws up an individual development program for each student. And the teacher assistant and teacher help him master the school curriculum and also interact with classmates and teachers. My opinion.
And we can prepare like individual programs for each students of class, yeah?
Yes.
So very nice. So as a parent, do you support the feelings, opinions of parents in any meetings and so on?
Yeah. So we take part in different meetings. Sure, at the meeting, parents talk about the experience of raising a child with special needs. Share tips and recommendations about what achievements their children inspired. We talk about both experienced parents of teenagers and those who have been diagnosed with autism can take part in the event. So we talk with our parents in our meetings.
I think it is a very right one, because we can support the feelings and the opinions of parents if any meetings like with special needs children and so on.
There are people who are strong in spirit, who not only did not give up after hearing the difficult diagnosis of a child, but also began to develop, to open training centers, social enterprises. They learn modern techniques, create parent communities and help others. It's great. In fact, a lot of depends on parents, including in the system of inclusive education. The meeting causes active parents who are ready to take responsibility, who have the strength to create conditions for the socialization of their child, so that he can use as many opportunities as possible to find his place in society. It's great.
Open training centers?
Yeah. There are some of centers. We have some centers for learning, for teaching our parents, and they can talk, teach with teacher assistant their children. Parents who are not limited to the work of their family, the needs of only their special child, but go further, they study, develop, help other parents and children, launch social projects, create communities, and become experts in education special children. It's great.
Wow. So Guljan, and we have questions, and the first one, where can children who don't want to go to school study, maybe you can ask, and maybe you have answer.
So we have a Center for Social Inclusive Programs. Yes.
Center for social inclusive program.
Yeah. He has developed a program to support schools in the inclusive process. A school for young tutor you have, and a program for working with parents. And is currently testing a 3-stage transition of the school. He has developed a program to support schools in the inclusive process. A school for young tutor and a program also for working with parents. Working with parents and is currently testing a 3-stage transition of the school to an inclusive format using the example of the private school, Dana.
Great, okay. So, and we want to make conclusion. What parents to full implementation of inclusive education, and to what extent is society ready for this? I think we have some programs for development in our country. What about you?
About me, few people perceive a child with special features as an independent personality, with a set of their own unique qualities. Without training people, staff, normal typical students, and without creating a friendly atmosphere, all infrastructure readiness will be useless. I think so. In my opinion, methodologically, Kazakhstan's education system is not ready to provide a full-featured education to children with special needs. An educational system is not ready to provide a full-featured education to children with special needs. And we should solve this problem together.
Yes, very nice. Maybe in German, because we promised ours, say in 2 languages, English and German. I think you can.
Ja. Nur wenige Menschen nehmen ein Kind mit Eigenschaften als eigenständige Persönlichkeit wahr. Mit einer Reihe eigener, einzigartiger Eigenschaften. Ohne die Ausbildung von Menschen, Personal, normotypischen Schülern, ohne die Schaffung einer freundlichen Atmosphäre würden alle infrastrukturellen Bereitschaften zu nichts führen. Also meiner Meinung nach ist das kasachische Bildungssystem methodisch nicht bereit. Ja, Kinder mit besonderen Bedürfnissen eine vollwertige Ausbildung zu geben. Wir können helfen our children, our Kinder, unsere Kinder mit besonderen Entschuldigung, wir müssen unsere besonderen Kinder helfen.
Kinder, like children, yeah?
Yeah, Kinder,
very
Kinder,
good.
Children. Kinder, children, дети, балалар.
Okay. Gülcan, with you can learn German.
Gülcan, Sabine, danke für die Einladung.
Excuse me, Jan, you learned German at school, maybe at university, because very good German from you.
I graduated university, so we learned two languages, English and German.
It is your second language, yeah?
Yeah, second language. Foreign languages were German and English.
Thanks again, Jan, as a parent, for participating in our podcast.
You brought up a good theme, solve problems.
Thank you.
Inclusive education is our
solving problem
in our society. Thank you very much. Good luck in your future profession.
Oh, thank you.
I think you will be a very good teachers. And so
we will try, and we very happy for your participation.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you. It was good experience for us, Sabina and Arjan, with you. Good luck in your career. Thanks for all listeners. See you on next podcast. Bye bye.